Superman finds out that he was slowly dying after Lex Luthor sabotaged a space mission and ultimately forced him to go close to the sun in order to save the space pilots. And as Lex is getting arrested, he reveals that he simply did it because he realized that he was getting older and Superman wasn't. Meanwhile, the head of the space mission, Leo Quintum, basically tells Superman that his trip to the sun has tripled his strength, but also exposed him to so much raw energy that his cells are gonna be exploding till he eventually dies in a year or so. Superman therefore revealed to Lois that he's Clark Kent, which she just refused to believe, even though he took her to the Fortress of Solitude and showed her around, explaining many things. He explained to her that Batman was the one standing in for him every time he and Clark were in the same room, but she just didn't want to believe that her boyfriend was that nerdy Clark this whole time. And so for her birthday, Superman decided to give her exogenes that made her a superwoman for one whole day. However, after Lex got sentenced to death on an electric chair, he wanted to let the world know that he killed Superman and therefore called out for Clark Kent to write about it. Clark goes to the prison and basically has to hear Lex justify his actions and make jokes about his appearance and whatnot, until he then revealed that he could actually escape, but he doesn't want to because he's content with his fate now that he had killed Superman. Clark, however, didn't publish anything before going on many great adventures, trying to accomplish as much as possible before his death while also saving people. He also gave Leo his DNA in case they wanted to duplicate him, but then moments later Leo ends up revealing to Lois that Clark is dying. He doesn't say much to Lois, but then goes to confront Lex, telling him to fix the world like he said he would if Superman wasn't there, and then finally published the article about his death. But that's when Lex's master plan began unfolding, as he takes one of the 24-hour super serums and unleashes the futuristic artificial sun Solaris to attack Earth's sun. Superman therefore puts on his solar-powered suit and gives it his all to defeat this thing, only to then go back to his office and pass out, where he would find himself with his father, who essentially gives him the choice to go back to life, which he ends up doing, as he then fights Lex for one last time, but then sees him actually changing after seeing the world the way Superman sees it, until the serum wears off and he goes back to his old selfish self. And so before he dies, Superman knocks him out, says his last goodbye to Lois, and basically goes to sacrifice his body for the sun to be restored.